Hello, my name is Drew Stapp, and this is my demonstration speech for my speech class. And this is our audience. Thank you. There are some objects with unique relationships. For example, what does a cookie tin and a Frisbee have in common? Well, the answer is quite interesting. Back in the mid-1950s, according to the World Flying Disc Federation in 2013, a bunch of Yale students went to the Frisbee Pie Company and bought a cookie in a cookie tin, of course. They then ate the cookie and began to throw the tin around campus, just for fun. Now, from this emerged the Frisbee. Although the Frisbee had a humble beginning, it has become and evolved into a massive sport known as Ultimate Frisbee and disc golf as well. The actions of Frisbee has gathered many people together in leisure activities just for fun. Now, some people may question, why is this even important? However, it does provide people with a benefit for excellent exercise. Personally, I've taken the time to understand and learn how to throw a Frisbee from my friends, and have been able to teach some other people as well, and lose 20 pounds in the process of playing Ultimate Frisbee. Now, even if you don't know how to throw a Frisbee, or have never been exposed to a Frisbee, this basic throw is relatively simple. It requires 3 components. The first component is grip, the second component is stance, and the final component is your release. Now, when we evaluate the first component, grip, you have to understand that there are 2 key components to the Frisbee. There's the underside of the Frisbee, in which the rim is along the inside, and you have the outer edge of the outer side of the Frisbee, which is a lot more flat, and you don't have as much of a grip on the inside like the inside does. Now, when you're going to make this basic throw, you're going to take your pinky through your index fingers and join them together. You are then going to wrap them along the underside of the Frisbee with a loose grip, but you want to make sure it's firm. This allows you to have greater control over the Frisbee and throw it in different sorts of directions, but that's for more advanced throws. For this basic throw, we'll keep it relatively simple. The second component to the grip is that you're going to take your thumb and place it on top of the ridges. This is going to allow you to stabilize the Frisbee as you're extending it, and then allow you to be able to release it and generate spin off of the Frisbee. The next part that we have to evaluate when throwing a Frisbee is stance. This may seem relatively weird, however, it helps. You're first going to line up with your hip, your throwing arm hip, towards your target. After that point, you're going to try to make sure that your hips are shoulder width apart, and that you have an ability to move your hips or move your shoulders around. Now we move on to the final stage of the throw, which is the release. You're going to first cock your arm back and pull your opposite arm towards your hip. You are then going to gradually drive your arm forward and extend it. At that point, you're going to release the Frisbee and it's going to spin out of your hand. This may feel slightly odd when it's coming off your fingers, but the spin that's generated from the Frisbee is actually what allows it to fly and keep afloat. Now there's another part to this to the release, and that's how your hips interact with the throw. You're going to try to throw your hips into the Frisbee, but you're going to try to open them up. When doing so, that allows you to have more torque on the Frisbee and allows it to have greater spin rate. That allows it to stay in the air longer and float for other people to be able to catch it, which is part of throwing a Frisbee, of course. Now, here's an example. I'm going to take my arm, I obviously have the stance. I'm going to take my arm back and throw. And just like that, you know how to throw a Frisbee. Take time to enjoy this leisure activity and just have a lot of fun with it. It's great exercise, and you'll be able to have a great time with your friends.